Hello everyone, I'm Nosha and welcome back to my channel. On today's video, we are going to go on a day trip to London. So I live in Bristol, inside UK, and London is 2.5 hours away from here. So it's my first time visiting London. So I'm going to take you guys along with me and explore. Let's go. Wait up. Before you continue watching the video, I just want to let you know, please make sure to stick till the end of the video because I'm going to give you some really amazing and useful tips from my own experience so that you can visit London for one whole day or maybe few days and enjoy your best within the budget and very smoothly with lots of experiences and lots of fun. Please make sure to watch the video till the end. See ya! So we finally started our journey towards London. It was 9 a.m. in the morning when our bus started. So we went through the National Express bus, which goes to London directly from the UE French campus. It took us around 2.5 hours or a bit more than that. I think 2 hours and 50 or 40 minutes to reach to London. And here we are walking on London streets. Our first spot to visit in London was the Buckingham Palace, which was around 18 to 20 minutes of walking from the Victoria bus station in London. This is the entrance. আমরা আগে থেকে pre-decide করে রাখছিলাম যে কোন কোন spots আমরা যাবো. So Buckingham Palace was the first spot that we wanted to visit. It was a huge space and it's definitely a free place to go. You don't have to buy tickets or book or anything. Anybody can go there. It's a tourist spot and you can enjoy the view, and definitely it was a lovely day that day. We went on a Saturday, but on a personal opinion, do not go to London on Saturday and Sundays because it's a bit more crowded and expensive on the weekends. But anyways, this is the entire view of the palace from the front gate because definitely we were not allowed to pass that. We can see 2 guards on both sides of the entrance doing a parade like every 10 to 15 minutes, probably a security check. So it was my first time chilo actually royal guards দেখতেছিলাম, so I was feeling really nice, to be honest. So after being there for around 30 minutes, we moved to our next spot, which was about 10 to 12 minutes of walking from the Buckingham Palace. It's a very, very popular spot in London, which is the Big Ben. Yes, like London is a Big Ben na dekhle kibhabe hobe. The next spot we wanted to visit was the Westminster Abbey, which is literally 5 minutes of walking distance from Big Ben. And it's like a museum in London. Again, free entrance, you don't have to buy tickets. But when we reached there, এতগুলো মানুষ দেখলাম একটা line. It was so crowded and such a long line that we thought we don't want to waste the day, in just this one spot. And we wanted to visit more spots. So we thought like, let's leave it for next time. Walking towards our next destination, which is just 10 minutes away, and that is the London Eye. This is a really beautiful bridge which has amazing lake view, and you can see small love logs, and there are stores for just £1 stuff you can buy for your friends and families. And if you stand on the bridge, you can see the London Eye and the Big Ben both at the same time. So it's like enjoying both beautiful spots from one place, at the same time. So after visiting the Big Ben and London Eye, because we did not actually get on the London Eye, it's expensive. So we thought of moving to our next destination, which is the heart of London, the London Bridge. So for that, we needed to go through a tube. So it's like an underground train. আমাদের দেশে train বা metro বলে, but in London it is called tube. And trust me, it is the cheapest way to travel in London. You just have to tap your card, tap off and tap in, and that's it. Probably cuts few pennies, but it's really the cheapest way to travel in London by tube. So after 50 to 20 minutes of being on the tube, we reached our London Bridge station. And first, before going to the London Bridge, because আমাদের plan ছিল London Bridge টা রাত্রেবেলা দেখবো, so first we visited the Borough Market, যেটা লন্ডনের অনেক popular একটা market. It's like a court, a courtyard or a court side যেটা বাংলাদেশে আছে এরকম অনেকগুলা food stores একসাথে থাকে. So it's exactly like that. You can get a lot of amazing food items here, starting from sweet, sour, spicy, rice, everything. It's a huge space, but it's really expensive, I think. But it's quite beautiful to visit and try at least once if you visit London. So anyways, যেহেতু আমরা সকাল থেকে হাঁটতেছিলাম, by the time it was 3 p.m. we were extremely hungry. So this was the first dish we tried. It's called paya. It is like a seafood dish. It has prawns and oysters. This was my first time trying oysters. It took us 10 pounds each, but I think it tasted really good. And this is called the mushroom rice. It was my favorite of the day because I love mushrooms, but it was a bit more expensive, like I think 10 to 15 pounds, but I think like worth it. I loved it. And then we went to try the most hyped food of this market, which is the chocolate and strawberry, like chocolate syrup with strawberry. But to be honest, it's not as good as the hype. People hyped it so much because the strawberries were so damn cold. The syrup literally froze and it was so hard to bite. It tasted good, but it was like not worth the hype. Then finally, we reached on my favorite spot of the day, which is the London Bridge. I absolutely love London Bridge. It's so beautiful. It's an amazing experience to be there. So আপনারা যে ডান সাইডে গলিটা দেখতে পারতেছিলেন, চিকন একটা গলি, ওটা হেঁটেই you have to reach to the London Bridge. And হাঁটার সময় you will see views like this. I don't exactly know what it was, but there are a lot of views while you're walking that path, and you can see the lights, you can see the river, the ships, the lights on the building. Everything is just so sparkling and mesmerizing that you will want to spend your entire evening there. It's just too peaceful to be there. I loved that experience of just being on the London Bridge in the evening and just staring at those buildings, the lights that were coming off, the river that was literally like shining, and you can see the boat going down the bridge. It was beautiful. I think everybody should experience going to this city at least once in their life. So finally, after walking for a while, we got on the bridge, and to be honest, it was a dream come true. I always dreamed of, walking on the London Bridge, seeing the Big Ben, the Buckingham Palace. So the whole day was pretty dreamy for me and also very beautiful. So I was very happy, but it was also a bit sad because I had to leave this place and go back home. So it was finally time. We had to reach our station. So we again took a tube. লন্ডনের সবচেয়ে বেশি কনফিউজিং থিং আমার কাছে লাগে এই টিউবটা ইটস ভেরি কনফিউজিং you can go on the wrong way by this tube, and we actually did. But we got on the station on the right time, and আমাদের station ছিল Victoria Station. So if anybody wishes to go London from any city, then you should, I think it's much more convenient if you get down on the Victoria Station in London, then you can reach all other spots from there. So আমরা finally Victoria Station এ পৌঁছে যাই, but we were much more earlier than time. So we thought of just roaming around, seeing the city, like around the Victoria Station. There was a big movie theater. There were restaurants, and a lot of things. So we just walked around and enjoyed while we were there. By the end of the day, we still had half an hour left on our hands, so we just thought, let's get some Starbucks because Starbucks stationery bhitorei chilo. So we got that, then got on the bus and headed back to home.
Hi
Hi again. Let's continue our conversation for you to enjoy London with full of experiences and within the budget. So my first tip is from my own experience. I live in Bristol, so I went to London by bus. So which bus you can take is National Express. National Express is a bus that goes directly to London from UWE Bristol. If you're a student of UWE Bristol, that would be great because we have a lot of bus stops in front of the main gate of UWE Bristol. So you can book National Express tickets by uploading the app from your app store or play store in your phone. You have to just sign in through your Google account, I guess, or email ID, and then just give your destinations and they will show you the fares. So what happens when you book a ticket through apps, you will see the difference in the fare prices according to the timing. So during the morning, we went at 9 a.m. in the morning, so during that time the fare was reasonable, but during later times like maybe the afternoon or the evening sessions, the price is a bit more higher. But if you book a ticket at late night, it might be cheaper. So it depends on the time, so make sure you see those fares, which time is more preferable for you and which is more reasonable to the price, and that's how you can book the tickets through the app. Right, and the next thing that I want to talk about is which stop you should actually put on your destination when you're reaching in London. I would prefer that you put Victoria Court Station because that is the only station which is the nearest to all the amazing spots like Big Ben, Westminster Abbey, then Buckingham Palace within the walking distance. So you don't have to actually take a bus and travel a lot to reach to a very good spot to visit or tourist spot or something. If you're visiting London for the first time, I think Victoria Station is the most flexible stop to put as your destination. And the third thing that I want to talk about is pre-planning where you're going. So before you make a trip to London, please make sure, because London is a huge city and it has different zones like zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, so it's divided into a lot of zones. So what I would suggest is that you make a pre-plan of the places that you want to visit in London, probably a day or two before. If you're going by yourself or going with friends, just sit with them and give them some names that I want to visit these places, and make sure they are all in the same zone, because if it's all in the same zone, that will actually save a lot of your money, because it takes a long time from going from one zone to another, and you might have to change a lot of tubes and buses from going to go from one zone to another. Also, please make sure that those places are within the walking distance. So what we did to save the money and also visit amazing places is that we chose the spots according to their distance, like how much is one spot away from the other, so that we can actually see if we can walk from one spot to another. And that's how you can save a lot of time as well, like walking around the London city, seeing the beautiful city, and saving your money and time at the same time. The next thing that I want to talk about is the tubes in London. Bangladesh, we call it metro as well. So what tubes do in London is that it is the most fastest, easiest, and most cheapest way to travel across London. It takes you from one destination to another within very few minutes, less than the bus, and it is very cheap. Like you just have to tap your card, tap in and tap on and tap off. Like it will probably cut few pennies from your account, not even a pound. So it's very cheap to travel across London through tube. But one disadvantage of tube is that you will get lost, because we did get lost as well. It's harder to get, it's very possible for you to get lost if you are not very familiar with the London and its tubes, because what happens when you get in the tube, you don't have internet on your phone, so you can actually see from which destination you're moving. So when you're on the bus, you can actually see on the map, okay, I'm on this destination, I'm going to this one, it will go from this lane or whatever. But when you're on the tube, you cannot access your phone internet because there is no network available, it's underground. So it's very, very confusing for people who are very not much familiar to London to travel by tube. That's why I would suggest you can travel by bus as well. The fifth tip, or the next thing that I want to talk about, is the food in London. Obviously, the food in London is amazing, but they are very expensive. So what I would suggest is that if you're going for just one day like we did, because I did go to London after that trip as well for a few days and I stayed there, so now I can say what kind of food you should and where you should get the food from in London, and also visit places like very nice places. So what I would suggest, if you're going for a one-day trip, you can take some snacks with you, like chips, biscuits, cookies and all that, so that you can keep eating something throughout the whole day and you're not actually staying very hungry. You can also take some fruits, some grapes, some apples, some banana, some juice and everything. Take with you and
keep it with you throughout the entire trip so that you do not really stay that much hungry the whole day. And if you want to get food in London, what I would suggest, do not go to restaurants or cafes because they are very expensive in London. But if you want to, spoil yourself, buy some stuff, then definitely go to them. They are very yummy as well. But if you want to save some money and spend the money in visiting more places and not on food, then I would suggest that go to markets, like food markets, like one of those were in the video, which is the Borough Market. It is a food court kind of vibe. It has all the food items there, from sweet, sour, savory, spicy. You get all food items there. Yes, it is a little expensive, but compared to the restaurants and cafes in London, it's very reasonable. So you can get food from there, like Borough Market. There is another one in Camden. It's called the Camden Market. Then there is Chinatown. These are really amazing places to visit as well, like Borough Market, Camden Market, and Chinatown. And you get really tasty and quite reasonable amount of food there. So I would suggest go to markets. I just want to add one more thing. I did go for the first time in London as a day trip, but if you're going to visit London and if you're planning to stay like overnight, and if you're looking for hotels which would be more affordable or reasonable for you to stay the night or a few, I would suggest that you can go to Travelodge, because the second time when I went to London, this is not something else of this video that I'm going to talk about, but it is relatable in a way, because if you're going to visit London or in other places of UK and you plan to stay overnight or a few nights, then I would suggest book a online room on Travelodge or maybe Airbnb. You have to share with a lot of people, but Travelodge, I prefer Travelodge because you can have a proper hotel environment there, and it's not a 5-star hotel, it's probably 3 or 4 star, but it's quite famous around UK because of its reasonable prices and services. So I think you can book an online room for Travelodge if you're ever visiting in London or in UK. Travelodge is everywhere, even in Bristol there we have Travelodge hotels. But anyways, that was it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope all the information in this video was very useful and the whole video was entertaining for you guys. If it was, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I will be uploading more videos very soon. At the same time, please keep an eye on my YouTube shorts, because I might give shorts of the places that I visited in London the next time after this I made this video, and I might show you guys more places which you would also like to visit. So that was it for the video. I have to run now, but I'll see you on my next video. Until that, Allah Hafiz. Take care. Bye bye.